7 women have accused the billionaire businessman and owner of West Ham Football Club, David Sullivan, of sexually exploitative and predatory behaviour. The allegations have been uncovered in a joint investigation by BBC Panorama and The Times, and they date back from the 1980s. All were young models at the time, seeking work at the daily and Sunday sport newspapers, which David Sullivan founded. Mr. Sullivan, who made his fortune in the pornography industry, categorically denies all the complaints. Billy Kember reports, and a warning: his piece contains explicit language.
David Sullivan is best known as the co-owner of West Ham United. Before football, he made his fortune in porn and founded the daily and Sunday sport newspapers.
I'm thinking that this is my route out of the general 9-to-5 rat race corporate life and into something a little bit more exciting.
Sasha Wall was an insurance broker with dreams of escaping corporate life. In 1998, she was 24 when she was invited to meet David Sullivan about glamour modelling in his newspapers.
I like fun papers. I like looking at topless girls. I like reading about sport. What harm is that?
Sasha says the business meeting was at his Essex mansion, where he had an office. David Sullivan looked through her modelling photos, she says, and then told her to follow him upstairs, where he asked her to strip down.
Okay, so he needs to see me in the flesh. He said he could put me in the paper, but he would need me to be one of his special friends. And I just turned around to him and went, if you think I'm going to sleep with you to get in the paper, you've got another thing coming. He looked very shocked.
She says he then asked her to perform a sex act on him. She refused, she says, and decided to leave.
I go to the door and realise it's locked. And at that point I was like, open the door, open the door now.
She says David Sullivan unlocked the door, telling her before she ran out of the house that she was going about it the hard way. An investigation by BBC Panorama and The Times has heard from 7 women who accused David Sullivan of sexually exploitative and predatory behaviour dating back to the 1980s. He is accused of abusing his power as the owner of the sport newspapers for his own sexual gratification and of pressuring young women into sex.
He was sat at his desk and he didn't get up when I walked in.
A glamour model who we're calling Florence says she went for a business meeting at David Sullivan's house in 1999 when he was 50 and she was 20 years old. We're using an actor to protect her anonymity.
I just remember him saying, well, you know, thank you for coming to see me today. I'll give you a little bit of work because you've taken the trouble. But if you let me you, then you'll be one of my regular girls. I panicked. I said, but I'm on my period. And he went, it's all right.
Florence says David Sullivan manoeuvred her into a bedroom and started to have sex with her. She says she didn't want to, but she can't be sure how she expressed it and whether he got the message.
So I've been fighting with this for many, many years. And so I don't know if that voice of doubt is just that I, in my heart, am 99.99999% that I said, I didn't say no. I said, I don't want to. I don't want to. But I don't know how loud I said that. I don't know whether it was a whisper. It wasn't a scream. I was in pure panic mode by this point. This is not going the way I want it to go. This was supposed to be a business meeting.
Florence didn't go to the police because she said she thought she wouldn't be taken seriously. But we've learned that at least 7 other women, as well as Sasha Wall, have made allegations about David Sullivan's behaviour to the Met and Essex police. None of the reports resulted in charges. Separately, David Sullivan has admitted that in the 1990s he paid for sex with a girl who he believed was 16 or 17 years old. That would be illegal now, but it wasn't then. David Sullivan categorically denies all of the complaints, and his lawyers say Florence's account is implausible given the layout of his house. He resigned as joint chair of West Ham Football Club on Saturday, calling our investigation fundamentally unfair and saying, after a lifetime spent building businesses in the adult industry, he's met thousands of women and that it's sadly inevitable that a small number of improper conduct claims are being made against him. He said he was resigning to focus on fighting what he called factually incorrect and entirely false, decades-old allegations concerning my personal life. Florence said what happened played a part in a decline in her mental health.
I was very suicidal for many years. Up until very recently, I struggled with my mental health, and that's off the back of that.
Billy Kenber, BBC News.